puppy was spotted outside a hospital struggling to drag a large black bag across the entrance steps. People stopped to stare, unsure of what was happening. Some even laughed, thinking the puppy was just playing. But within moments the scene turned serious, and what the doctor found inside that bag shocked everyone. You're walking toward a hospital. You see a puppy, small and weak, its paws trembling as it pulls a heavy black bag across the floor. You might think it's looking for food or maybe just curious. But this puppy had a mission. And the moment the bag ripped slightly open, nearby realized this was no ordinary day. The hospital staff rushed outside. The puppy, panting and exhausted, kept pushing the bag with all its strength, as if asking for help, its eyes begging the humans to look inside. Finally, a doctor knelt down, opened the bag carefully and froze. Inside was something no one expected to find. Before I tell you what the doctor saw, think about this for a moment. Dogs don't speak our language. They don't write messages or call for help. But they communicate in ways that often carry more power than words. Every action, every bark, every look has meaning. Little puppy was delivering one of the most powerful messages of all. The bag held tiny, whimpering sounds. The doctor quickly reached inside and pulled out 3 newborn puppies. They were weak, barely moving, and it was clear they needed urgent care. That dragged the bag. She was their mother. She had carried her babies in a desperate attempt to find help. Now pause for a moment. How many of us truly understand what this action meant? This was not just instinct. This was trust. A dog had trusted humans enough to bring her vulnerable babies to them. She believed that people, strangers, could save her family. Here's where dog psychology comes in. When a dog brings you something, it's not random. Sometimes it's a toy. Sometimes it's a stick. Sometimes, their own puppies. It's an act of trust and a cry for help. Dogs sense when they cannot do everything alone. And in this story, that little mother knew the hospital was her last hope. The doctors and nurses rushed to act. They cleaned the puppies, gave them warmth, and fed them carefully. Puppy stayed close, watching every move, her tail wagging weakly but her eyes full of relief. This moment revealed something powerful. Dogs understand far more than we give them credit for. They know who to trust, they know where to go, and sometimes, they know that humans are their only chance. But why is this story so shocking to people? Because many of us underestimate the emotional intelligence of dogs. We think of them as loyal companions, yes, not always as thinkers and problem solvers. Yet over and over, dogs show us that they are capable of incredible decisions under pressure. About your own dog for a second. Has your dog ever brought you a toy when you were sad? Or maybe they stayed close to you when you were sick, refusing to leave your side. These are not accidents. Dogs feel our emotions, they act on them. And they also expect us to notice theirs. The mother dog dragging the bag was screaming in the only way she knew how. "Help my babies!" Many owners miss these signals. A dog may whine at the door, not just to go out, but to warn you about something. A dog may pace or stare at you, not just because it's restless, but because it senses something is wrong. Dogs notice far more than we realize. Their senses are sharper, their instincts faster, and their love deeper than we often imagine. In this case, doctor and staff acted quickly. They placed the puppies in a small box with blankets, warmed their tiny bodies, and gave them milk. Slowly, the puppies began to move, their faint cries turning stronger. The mother dog licked each one, staying by their side, refusing to rest until she knew they were safe. The hospital workers later said they had never seen anything like it. And here's what's even more amazing. When dogs do something shocking or extraordinary, it's not usually for themselves, it's for those they love. Loyalty is wired into their hearts. Whether it's protecting a family, guarding a child, saving their own puppies, dogs put themselves last. That's why this story touched millions when it spread online. It wasn't just about survival, it was about love. If you think this is rare, let me tell you it's not. Around the world, there are countless stories of dogs risking everything for their loved ones. Some drag their owners out of burning houses. Some stand between children and danger, like this mother, carry their babies to safety even when their tiny bodies are weak. So what can we, as dog owners, actually learn from this story? There are deep lessons here, ones that can change the way you see your dog forever. First, dogs communicate with actions, not words. When this mother carried her puppies to a hospital, she wasn't speaking. But she was louder than any human could be. Your dog does the same thing every single day. When they bring you their toy, it's not just play, it's trust. When they paw at your leg, it's not just attention, it's love. They stare at you with those deep eyes, it's their way of saying, I'm here for you. Are you here for me? Second, dogs know where to seek help. Some people call it instinct. But it's more than that. Dogs can sense safety. They know who will hurt them, and who will help them. That's why strays sometimes approach kind people, and why this mother dog went straight to a hospital. It's a reminder, your dog trusts you in ways you may not even realize. Don't ever break that trust. Third, dogs are emotionally intelligent. They don't just feel basic things like hunger or fear. They feel joy, sadness, guilt, and relief. When this mother saw her puppies being cared for, she showed relaxation, comfort, and gratitude. Watch your own dog the next time you pet them after a long day. That sigh, that slow blink, that's not just a reflex. Emotional connection. Fourth, dogs love with sacrifice. This story wasn't about survival of one puppy, it was about all of them. The mother put her tiny body through exhaustion because she valued her babies more than herself. Every dog you've ever loved would do the same for you. Bark through the night to protect you. They'd stand between you and danger. That's how deep their loyalty runs. Fifth, we must respond to their cries. Many people ignore the little signals. A whine, a paw, a look. These are not random. They are conversations if you choose to listen. Hospital doctor listened. That's why 3 little lives were saved. And every day your dog is talking to you. The question is, are you listening? When the story ended, the puppies were saved. The mother stayed in the hospital for days, and eventually, both she and her babies were adopted by a loving family. The once desperate little dog who dragged that black bag had finally found safety, not just for herself but for her children. Her eyes, once filled with fear, now shone with peace. And maybe that's the biggest lesson of all. Dogs give us everything: loyalty, love, and trust. In return, they don't ask for much. Just kindness, just attention, just a safe place to belong. When we give them that, they reward us with a bond so deep it can't be measured. So the next time your dog does something small, nudges your hand, rests their head on your lap, or stares at you quietly, don't ignore it. That's not just dog behavior. That's love in its purest form. And sometimes those little actions are their way of saying, I need you. Please notice me. If this story touched your heart, imagine how many other stories are out there waiting to be told. Dogs are speaking to us all the time. We just have to listen. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Has your dog ever done something that shocked you, or showed love in an unexpected way? Share your story in the comments. I rate every single one. And if you want more powerful stories and insights into dog behavior, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you never miss what's coming next. Because every dog has a story. And every story can change the way we see them.